Good morning everyone. In the previous video we have discussed about the neutralization reaction and nature of the salts. Different nature of the salts like acidic, basic or neutral salts and how they are formed, their acid and base by which these salts are formed. Some reactions are left in that video. Now we start that reaction. First is reaction of acid with salt. To react an acid with salt, we must consider uh, oxoacid. Oxyacid is necessary for this type of reaction. So, when sodium chloride reacts with here Kong sulfuric acid, not with dilute sulfuric acid. When sodium chloride reacts with highly concentrated acid is required for this type of reaction. So, when sodium chloride reacts with Kong sulfuric acid, above 200 degrees Celsius, sodium sulfate is formed along with hydrochloric acid gas. A gas is released which is hydrochloric acid. HCl gas is released. Now, there is an activity, but before going to the activity, let's discuss this reaction in detail. In this reaction, when sodium chloride is added to sodium chloride solid is added to concentrated sulfuric acid, then it's an exothermic reaction and a gas is released, hydrochloric acid. First, sodium hydrogen sulfate is formed. As the temperature is below 200 degrees Celsius, sodium hydrogen sulfate is formed. And after that, when it becomes above 200 degrees Celsius, as it is an exothermic reaction, so sodium sulfate is formed in this reaction. Now, the activity given in your NCERT book is 2.9. In this activity, a sodium chloride is taken in a test tube, solid sodium chloride, and concentrated sulfuric acid is added to it. By a delivery tube, a gas is released. How do you test this gas? We can take moist blue litmus paper to this, then the color of the litmus paper changes from blue to red. But if you take the dry litmus paper, the color of the litmus paper doesn't change. Then here is a question, then why color of dry litmus paper doesn't change? Any acid needs water for hydrogen ion, for their hydrogen ion or hydronium ion. So, as acid need water to form hydronium ion or dissociation, so dry HCl, dry hydrochloric acid or dry litmus paper doesn't change the color of the blue litmus paper to red in dry HCl gas. Our next question is, what happened to an acid in aqueous solution or acid or base in aqueous solution? What happens to an acid or base in aqueous solution? In aqueous solution, take the example of acid first. In aqueous solution, acid when added to water, then hydrochloric acid and water changes into hydronium ion and chloride ion. So, this hydronium ion is formed in when acid is added to water. For the formation of this hydronium ion, HCl gas requires water. Now, what happens in base? When base is added to water, base like sodium hydroxide, when added to water, this sodium hydroxide dissociates into sodium plus and hydroxide minus ion. Sodium plus and hydroxide minus ion. As now you have a question that base also contains H plus ion or not? Base also contains hydronium ion or hydrogen ion or not? or acid also contains hydroxide ion or hydronium ion or not. Both ions are present in both acid and base. Is hydronium ion or hydrogen ion also present in a base solution? If it is yes, then why it doesn't change blue litmus to red? So, let's take the example of sodium hydroxide and water. What happens to these two solution? These two substance in solution. When sodium hydroxide is added to water, then it dissociates into Na plus, OH minus, H plus and OH minus. Finally, the total product will be Na plus, OH minus, OH from here also, OH from here also. There are two OH from sodium hydroxide and OH from water. So, there are two hydroxide ion is formed along with one hydrogen ion when one molecule of sodium hydroxide is considered. So, the hydroxide ion concentration in base is more than that of the hydronium ion concentration. So, blue litmus paper doesn't change to red, but red litmus paper changes into blue. You have some confusion about strong bases and weak bases. So, let me clear that confusion, that if there are some strong acids. For strong bases, strong bases. For strong bases and alkalis, dissociation of ion is high or complete. They completely dissociates. We can say the strong bases are those bases which are highly soluble in water. For example, these bases. The bases formed by the alkali metals, lithium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, rubidium hydroxide and cesium hydroxide are strong bases. They are completely dissociates in water. Means completely dissociates into ions in water. Dissociates into ions in water. Some strong bases from alkaline earth metal are strontium hydroxide and barium hydroxide. Along with calcium hydroxide is also a strong base, but it is intermediate between it. It is not completely dissociates. For example, if you add calcium oxide into water, as you know this reaction, calcium oxide into water, it's an exothermic process and forms CaOH whole 3. Is it completely soluble in water? Calcium hydroxide, as you know, it is chuna which is used in whitewashing. Are you clear that this calcium hydroxide, are you sure that this calcium hydroxide is completely soluble in water? No, I think not. It is not completely. After some time, calcium hydroxide precipitated, and we used to mix it regularly for using this solution for whitewashing. So, calcium hydroxide has not completely dissociates like lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium hydroxides. So, or strontium, barium hydroxides. So, it is intermediate. It is not a strong base or neither weak base. So, it is intermediate between these. The compound formed by the calcium hydroxide like calcium chloride, calcium sulfate, calcium carbonate depends on the pH value of that salt. So, here is a question for you, that all alkalis are bases but all bases are not alkali. I know that you know very well the answer of this question, as alkalis are water soluble bases and water soluble bases are completely soluble in water. Now take the example, next topic, the dilution of acid. What do you think? Acid is added to the water or water is added to the acid? What do you think? Always acid is added to the water. You never put water in hot oil. Like that, we never put and we never pour acid, we never pour water to the acid, because dilution of acid, mixing of water, dilution means mixing of water and acid is or base is an highly exothermic process. So dilution of acid, always in during the dilution of acids we always add acid to water, not water to acid. Dilution of an acid or a base, for mixing of an acid or a base we always add acid or base to water, not water to acid and base, as it is a highly exothermic reaction. So when we add water to acid, it starts splashing, and because it is an exothermic process, so the beaker or the glass container may break. So what is sometimes there is a question that what is dilution? What is dilution? This word dilution. What is dilution? Then mixing of an acid or a base with water results in, what happens when acid or a base is added to water? It results in decrease in the concentration of ions, hydronium ion for acid and hydroxide ion for base. Yeah, mixing of acid with water results in decrease in hydronium ion concentration in acid and hydroxide ion concentration in base per unit volume. If we consider the volume is 1 liter, then it becomes less concentrated when diluted. Less concentrated means hydronium ion concentration is less in acid and hydroxide ion concentration is less in base. So here is a question, why acid is not added to water? Acid or base is not, why acid and base is, water is not added to acid and base. Why water is not added to acid or base for their dilution? For their dilution. So our next topic is pH indicator. pH indicator or universal indicator. Actually, pH is a scale by which we can determine the strength of an acid or a base. Our next topic is strength of acid and base. So, what is universal indicator? Universal indicator is an indicator which is made up of different types of indicators. Some synthetic indicators when mixed and pour into a paper, there is a universal indicator can be prepared, and this indicator is used to know the strength of an acid acid or base. And what is pH? What do you mean by pH? What is pH? pH, as P indicates, it is potenge of hydrogen ion concentration. Potenge means power. Potenge means power. Power of hydrogen ion concentration. So actually this pH indicator is negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration is called pH. pH. And in universal indicators, pH is mentioned in universal indicators by showing this color. Now, pH scale. pH scale. let me discuss the pH scale. In this pH scale, it ranges from 1 to 14. pH scale ranges from 1 to 14. 1 for highly acidic substance, 7 for neutral substance, and 14 for highly basic substance. And the color indicated by these range is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Violet indicates highly basic substance. V indicates highly basic substance whose pH is about 14 or 13. 13, 14 indicated by violet color. And for 10, 11, 12 it is indigo. For 9, 10 it is blue. And 9, 10 it is blue. For 7 to 8, almost 7 to 8 or bluish green. For 8 it is bluish green, but for 7 it is green. Likewise, for 6 it is yellowish, greenish yellow. And for 4 and 5 it is yellow. For 2 and 3 it is, for 3 and 4 it is orange. And for 1 and 2 it is red. 1 and 2 for red, the color is red. 2, 3 orange. 3, 4 about orange, yellowish orange and or light orange. 4, 5 it is yellow, and 5, 6 it is yellowish, deep yellow, and for 4, 5 it is light yellow, and for 4, 5 it is deep yellow, and for 5, 6 it is light yellow, and 6, 7 it is greenish yellow. At 7, for neutral substance, the color of the pH paper is green, or pH scale is green. Likewise, when the color changes from green to blue, bluish green, blue, light blue, blue, light blue, blue, deep blue, indigo and violet, the range changes from 7 to 14. As it gets deeper, the color gets deeper. The strong bases, for the strong bases, the color gets deeper. For highly acidic, if for 1 to 7, increase in hydrogen ion concentration. For the range of 1 to 7, there is an increase in hydrogen ion concentration. And for 7 to 14, the range decrease in hydrogen ion concentration. If the pH is less than 7, the substance is acidic. If the pH is equal to 7, the substance is neutral. And if the pH is more than 7, the substance is basic. Okay. Then there is a role of pH in our everyday life. As we brush our teeth, to lower the pH, to increase the pH of our mouth, as our mouth, our saliva before meal ranges the pH below 7, above 7, like 7.4, and after meal it becomes 6.5. Like that, there are many role of pH in our everyday life. For example, in human and animal can live between the pH range of 7 to 7.8. If acid rain having pH less than 5.6, then there is a loss of life, or there is life is very difficult, or no life. If this acid rain drops in the water or water bodies, the pH becomes less, and there is the survival of aquatic animals, it is very difficult. In plants, the pH of soil is not more than neither be acidic and nor be alkaline. As we can test the backyard, the soil of our backyard, or soil of our flower pot. As take the soil, mix it with water, and check the pH of the soil by pH indicator. If the soil is acidic, then add some basic substance in it, like calcium oxide. You can add calcium oxide. In your field, in villages, in your field, a white powder is almost white powder is poured in the is used to pour, not always, but it is oftenly used to pour white powder in the field to lessen the pH of the soil. So it is not more acidic or not nor alkaline. Generally it becomes acidic due to acid rain, due to pollution. Okay. Now in digestive system, the pH is our gastric juice. pH of our gastric juice. What is our gastric juice? It is hydrochloric acid, and the pH of our gastric juice is almost 1.2. And if we eat spicy and oily food, our stomach releases too much acid, which causes pain and irritation in the stomach. So to get rid of that irritation, we use a basic substance that is called milk of magnesia. You usually use Gelusil or Dizene type tablet to get rid of acidity. So in the Gelusil and or Dizene type tablet, magnesium hydroxide is present. This is also called milk of magnesia. Sometimes it is in liquor form, but magnesium hydroxide is present with some sweetener and color. So this is a mild base. This magnesium hydroxide is a mild base which is used to get rid of the acidity. You can use this is if the question is write a chemical which is used to get rid of acidity, then you must write magnesium hydroxide. Other than this, there are many other substances, but for example, there are two substances like Pudin Hara. You can usually you usually use Pudin Hara as antacid. This is called antacid. Opposite of acid is called antacid. So Pudin Hara. What is in Pudin Hara? It is a strong base. If you taste that Pudin Hara, the taste of the Pudin Hara is bitter. The Pudin Hara syrup is bitter in taste. So it is basic in nature. It's a mild base. So we can use as an antacid the Pudin Hara. But it is a herbal substance. It is a chemical. It is not only one chemical. It has many chemicals. So we can't write the answer that Pudin Hara is used as antacid, but we must write magnesium hydroxide for the answer of the antacid. And another substance is ENO. Sodium hydrogen carbonate is present in the ENO. So we can also use that substance for relief of acidity. So these two substances you can also use for your if anyone has acidity. Okay. Now another thing is which is also related to our daily life is cause of tooth decay or weakness of tooth. This is very much due to the lowering of pH. If the pH lowered from 6.5 to 5.5, it causes tooth decay. So before saliva, as I mentioned, before meal the pH is more than 7, about 7.4, and after meal the pH of saliva becomes 6.5. So we can use To get rid of this problem, we can use toothpaste. A basic substance is present in it. It forms a foam. When we rub it, it forms a foam. So, a basic substance is present in it, in toothpaste, but we can also use some other substances to get rid of this problem. For example, datun, neem ka datun. Neem, what is neem? Neem is bitter in taste, so it must have, neem has basic substance, so it increase the pH of our mouth, so the tooth becomes stronger. Okay, now for self defense, some animals and plants have some chemicals. For example, honeybee has a chemical formic acid, as you know. Everybody know that honeybee contains formic acid. Formic acid is also called methanoic acid. This is the IUPAC name of methanoic acid. We will study in organic chemistry chapter. So, formic acid. Honeybee has a formic acid, and by if it sting to us or anybody, for relief we use baking soda. We rub baking soda on that sting and we get relief of it. Another example is nettle leaf. Nettle leaf also contains formic acid. Nettle leaves and dock plants. Besides nettle leaves, almost dock plants are present, or we can use this dock plant. Rub the dock plant leaf of the dock plant, and then use the extract on the surface of exposed surface which is exposed to nettle leaf, so we can get relief of that.